Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Simnaya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So, Black community are not finding this funny because 50 Cent actually he met with the members of Congress on Capitol Hill to advocate for more Black representative in the liquor and music industry. I did not make this up for those that will say that I made this up. I did not make this up. This is how it is. 50 Cent went to the Capitol, and all he could ask for is for them to get up, like to have advocate for more Black representative on liquor and music industry. Sorry, yeah, industry. And with all the horrible things that Black community are facing, all he could do is to come out to say something like this. I am very disappointed. Now, this is one of the reasons why Black people do not like celebrities coming out to speak to speak on their behalf. I also do not like that, right? Because some of them do not know anything to say or do not have anything to say or just do not want to speak because they just want only for themselves to progress, and they don't want every other person to be better and all that. So with everything going on with the mass people, the incarceration, with everything going on in Black community, with the grants that they blocked on Black women, all he could talk about is liquor and music. Let's get into this video.
Let's have a chat. 50 Cent and Ben Crump will meet the congressional leaders tomorrow, which is actually today, June 5th, in D.C. to discuss the Black wealth gap, the widening of the wealth gap, and corporate America's marginalization of Black-owned companies. 50 Cent. And I just want to say this. This has nothing to do with 50 Cent, but everything to do with the fact that people think that Black celebrities are the ones that need to be speaking for the Black community as a whole. Yes, his influence is valid, but where is the Black economist? Where is Black academia? Why is it that someone who has a job that is not common amongst the Black population as a whole, meaning the majority of Black people are not entertainers making millions of dollars, why is it that his voice is the loudest? And being allowed to sit with congressional leaders. Why do you not have people like Professor Julianne Malveaux, who is a Black economist who has a degree from MIT, who actually sat at the congressional hearing with Republicans and Democrats fighting for reparations in this country for Black people? This is a reminder that people like Mike Johnson, your current Speaker of the House, shot down reparations about 4 years ago when she actually sat on that panel and discussed the need for reparations for Black people and the Black wealth gap. This is an opportunity for people in Congress to actually speak to Black people who study this information, who study Black culture, who are part of the Black community, and who are part of Black academia, to give actual voice to what our issues are in an educated way. Now, do I think 50 Cent should still be there? Sure. He is a wealthy Black man, but he should not be the loudest voice in the room. He should not be the main person who everyone listens to. You need Black academia. You need Black economists in the room talking about Black wealth because they study this information. They're not just the beneficiaries. You know, we had this conversation this morning about what was going to happen when 50 Cent decided to go to Congress and have a conversation about the Black wealth gap and corporate opportunities, and how all of that pertains to helping the Black community overcome wealth disparities in this country. This man went in there to advocate for liquor and music. Not closing the wealth gap for Black women and Black men, not closing the wealth gap when it comes to home ownership, because we do see how Black people are getting opportunities taken away from them to get quality housing. Just didn't even talk about, oh my God, The man went in there and talked about liquor and music. How is he representing the black community? How? Congress, the Congressional Black Caucus. What the hell? In there to advocate for liquor and music.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. I don't understand why y'all are still surprised that the same people that sold us for some plastic beads and pink nipples are out here selling us out just so they can meet their own agendas in 2024. Like, I don't get it. And yeah, I know it's a white supremacist talking point, but hear me out. This is my issue with the sexy red conversation, because this is no new politic for black celebrities, especially rappers, in our community. Most of these people came from nothing, and now that they have something, want to keep everything for themselves. It's not new energy. I don't mind that y'all want to cancel Sexy Red for her politic all of a sudden. I'm just mad that you're doing it to her before y'all do it to any of these black men that have proven themselves over decades to be just as problematic for the black community, if not worse. I mean, is Sexy Red's politic with that red hat on stage any worse than this? But 50 Cent, y'all still will support and watch Power, though. Y'all just don't want this trash politic coming from black women because y'all know that we are the de facto caretakers of the black community. These black men that y'all support and give all your money, energy, and time to will do nothing but turn against us. And you need us as black women to hold the line so that we're safe. Because if we don't do it, who will? Lil Wayne was questioned about Black Lives Matter by a black woman interviewer and proceeded to go off talking about that stuff isn't important to him. A cop saved his life once. His life matters to his mama, and he's rich. This man supported and endorsed Donald Duck also when he needed himself a get out of jail free card, just like Kodak Black, just like a lot of these other rappers, Steve Harvey, all these black men who have had careers supported by us for years. And they still do. Y'all don't mind the conservative politic from the black community. Y'all see it all the time. Low key, if Sexy Red was Sandra Red in the church choir with the same politic, half of y'all would support her. If she was buttoned up to the collar, didn't have no face tattoos, and could sing well and not twerk, y'all wouldn't mind that her views were trash. Y'all support Mary Mary. Black cishet male celebrities in our community have one agenda: to make money and get a seat at the table, and they will hand out cookout invites to do so. They will sit there, pander, tap dance, and twerk just like Sexy Red to get these white people to accept them, because these men know that the only hurdle they have is their blackness. And the more they denigrate that side of themselves, the more access they will have to that white privilege table, even though low-key they're still never gonna get it. So the irony is not lost on me that y'all are expecting more pro-blackness from Sexy Red and black women, black female celebrities, entertainers, rappers, because the reality is, whether y'all want to admit it or not, you know that those black men that you have uplifted and how they've created these big successful careers off the backs of the black community don't have that same politic. And we do not require them to have that politic. So Sexy Red ain't any more problematic than any of these men. You just don't need black women to start moving the way these black men do, because then who's going to save the community? Good day.
This is why black entertainers should not be considered leaders in the black community. My name is Brother Legend. I'm here to raise your consciousness. On yesterday morning, Phidias Centavius III decided to put on his bluest suit and march up to the League of Injustice to talk about black representation. But not more representation in things that matter and that the community needs, like, for example, psychology. Our people make up 14% of the country, but we only make up 4% of the therapists. Or even medical doctors, where 14% of the country is only 5% of the nation's doctors. No. Instead, 50 Cent marched his behind up to Capitol Hill to talk about liquor and music. Two things he personally makes money off of. So do you really think this is for the community? I mean, you would assume even if he was thinking selfishly, he'd at least go up there for pew-pew control. He got popped 9 times. This reminds me of a quote from an ancient Roman poet named Juvenal. No, not that Juvenal. The quote is panem et circenses. And pretty much what it means is give them bread and circuses and they will never revolt. Give people food and distraction and they'll never turn against their oppressor. 50 Cent doesn't want to be an advocate for any of the systemic oppression felt by our communities. He just wants to make sure y'all can turn up while it's going on. There has never been a people in mankind's history to liberate themselves through liquor and music. But I'm going to leave y'all with this clip from Malcolm X.
Just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
And 50 Cent is absolutely right. From Kodak Black to Sleepy Hollow to Chef G, you see all these black male rappers promoting Donald Trump campaign and telling black people to go vote for Donald Trump, knowing that Donald Trump don't even fuck with us like that. And what's so crazy about this is that a lot of these black individuals don't even know nothing about Donald Trump's plan, Donald Trump's policy, nothing. They just know that he's going to be giving them stimulus checks, which is not even guaranteed. Let's start there. And not only that, I just feel like a lot of people, especially black men, are not really educating themselves in terms of the election. So they're just going for Trump because they think that's the better side, and it's not. I honestly think that Trump and Joe Biden are both bad. And I think that you really need to look into who you should vote for, and you should look into independent parties. Because obviously, years ago, black people wasn't able to vote. And then they gave the right for black men to vote. And then after that, a few years down the line, they gave the right for black women to vote. So we need to take this election seriously, and we need to exercise our voting rights properly, because it is a disgrace to our ancestors who have fought for us to get voting rights. I said what I said.
Okay, this one right here is really interesting to me because right now I'm practicing sobriety. But if this is true, 50 Cent met with Congress to speak for more black representation in liquor companies and music. This is crazy. As if there isn't enough of us already entertaining the masses with sports and music, along with talking about violence, drugs, and alcohol in the music. I love how they're all pretending like they really got something to say. I mean, we've reached a level in politics where we actually care what celebrities have to say. This is ridiculous. In case you thought I was making this up, here's one of the headlines right here.
For the people in Gaza, do you have anything to say for the people in Gaza and that Congress should stop funding Israel? Use your platform, the kids in Gaza.
These facial expressions right here explain what's going on. But I just want to say, I don't understand why we care what celebrities think about politics and what is going on in the world. Their job is to entertain, not to run a country.
So this is all I got from the stitches, and sincerely speaking, there are some things that you see and you are wondering what is going on. No matter how dumb or uneducated you are, you absolutely will know what is going on in your community, and at the same time being able to defend your community anytime, any day. But some people are unaware. I don't know if it's being unaware or they just are dumb. I am not calling anybody dumb, but I am trying to say, right? How will a full-grown, but what do you expect how will a full-grown man go to the Congress? He met with the members of Congress on Capitol Hill, and all he could advocate for more black representative in the liquor and music industry. Which liquor? Hey, geez, with everything going on all over, and all he's asking for is more representative. Does he want to drink liquor to the end of his life, or oh, Jim? When I say oh, Jim, that is my language. Chim means God. So sorry. Hey, really, I don't know where to start from because, like, I am confused. He did not talk about men's right as a black man. He did not talk about incarceration, how it has affected our community. He did not talk about gun violence, that it's happening in my community, how it is so easy to pew people in my own community. He also did not talk about the grant that was blocked for women in my own community. With everything going on, okay, I am not ready to talk about what is going on in my community. Why not talk about, okay, inflation is all over, right? Did he talk about reparation? No. Why would he talk about it? Because he's well to do. So for that reason, it is not their problem. And why is he advocating for liquor? Which representative is he like looking for in liquor and music industry when we are out here encouraging younger ones to venture into other things? Go start up trade, entrepreneurs, we have doctors. See, we do not only want to be representatives only when it comes to music and sports. We want black community all over. When I mean all over, every sector. Because sometimes one of the problems we are facing is that we sometimes focus on one aspect. That is mostly sport and music, leaving other parts aside. But I am happy that the younger ones are also venturing into that. And that is something that I am very much concerned about. Politics, not just being nursing, doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, and other architects, engineer. We want all of it. I want to be. We also want directors, journalists, great journalists, people that will represent us that will speak for us, and all that. We want all that. So coming out to say that you are looking for more black representatives, people that will go and drink and die being representatives on liquor and music. Are you freaking for real? You are looking for a why not be the representative that will do liquor and music? Is that what we are agitating for? With everything, we'll be screaming around how we want our children, how we want ourselves to be everywhere. Politics is not exempted. We want to get into every sector. We definitely want to have representative all over. He did not talk about men's right. No, he did not talk about that. He is saying also that he is for Trump, and he is also saying that he believes that black men are for Trump. Why would you speak for yourself and speak for other people? I don't care if other men, but speak for yourself and stop speaking for other people. I mean, it is really crazy how some people only care about their stomach infrastructure. Anything that gets into their pocket at that point in time is what they want. They do not want something really good for their own people. That's why they say that all skin folk are not kinfolk. And that is true. Why would you go and agitate for liquor? And are you for real? I am sure that my my nephew and niece, if you ask them something they want, I'm sure they will talk something reasonable. If it's the one that loves cars, he would tell you he probably wants cars. So he did not also want black people to be in top positions. He just wants us to be drinking. And when you're done drinking, you go and enter studio and rap something and come out. And it's horrifying. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.